Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Insight on Business, powered by Webcast One Live. My name's Michael Libbie, and this is brought to you by FWRSA. FWRSA, working hard on your taxes until the cows come home. In studio with us is Desmond Adams, who is a candidate for Senate District 22 for the Iowa State Senate, and also Susan Judkins. Susan was a candidate in House District 43 for the Iowa House. When we talk about business, the business of politics, we got to talk a little bit about money. You know, if I've got a product or service, I know what my hourly rate is. I know what I'm going to sell this thing for. All of those we got an idea. When you went into this campaign, Susan, did they say, okay, you're going to have to raise X amount of dollars, and then how do you price that?
It was recommended to me by one political analyst that my race would probably cost about $150,000, which struck me as being pretty exorbitant for a House seat. In reality, it would have cost that had we been able to be on television. So the amount raised for my race was about half of that, and that was sufficient to cover a mail campaign and having a campaign manager and doing some of the other things. That's why when they tell a candidate dollars and doors are very important, you have to listen to that.
And how do you price those things? How do you say, okay, look, we're going to have to raise $100,000? How do you break that out? Did you have a plan for breaking that out?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It is like having a business plan. Definitely, and it needs to be appropriate for the individual's district. Some candidates wouldn't have been in a position to make some of the choices that I did, for example, to have a funded campaign manager. I was able to do that and came to a decision on what would be appropriate for that. But to an extent, you have an idea of what should be spent in various areas, but you also have to be willing to be flexible and recognize what's making the difference. The one thing I would add is I was heavily discouraged from hiring anyone to do management with my campaign. It was suggested that that be done with volunteers. That's a situation where my district, being Clive, Windsor Heights, and West Des Moines, did not have a real strong volunteer base built in, and those who were there were already focused on the presidential campaign.
Sure.
And so it was really a reason to bring in some people who had been through campaigns before to work on the campaign side and to help develop new volunteers to support my race.
Desmond, when we talk about, you know, the business aspect of running for public office, is there a disconnect between what people are telling you to talk about and what the handlers, if you will, the political experts are saying that you should focus on, and what your customers are saying?
Absolutely, there is. Absolutely. Well, at least I experienced it. I don't know if Susan did, but I did. I did experience that. There is a disconnect. That disconnect really showed through was shown when knocking on doors in the neighborhoods. The conversations at the time that they were speaking about were, when I was running, concerned with trying to move forward and focusing on moderation and finding a way that we can, both sides being Republican and Democratic, can figure out a way to bridge gaps to move forward, understanding that no one's going to get everything of what they wanted. Yet I was being told that it was all about jobs or education or other issues that tended to track on a more national stage. But the issues locally to my community were focused more on moving forward overall. And that presented somewhat of a challenge because it's how do you message specifically to the people that will vote for you, at the same time trying to be broad-based enough to incorporate an overall message of the overall organization, or in this case, the Democratic Party, state Democratic Party, and also being in alignment with when the president was running as well. I think that at our level, some of that got swept up because we had both the presidential race going and a congressional race in Congressional District 3 at the exact same time.
Yeah. It's an interesting dichotomy how all of this works. Thank you both for coming by and sharing some time with us. We're going to do the worst ad of the week now, ladies and gentlemen. I've got two to show for today. We each and every Monday at the conclusion of the show, we share with you what we think are the worst ads of the week. We have two. One is a video, and just this we thought this was just plain disgusting, but the next one's even worse. This is a national video. This is a national ad for Carl Jr., and they're going to be parodying The Graduate. Heidi Klum stars in this, and, well, we'll let you make up your own mind. Ryan?
Benjamin, do you like bourbon? Burgers?
Look, I should be going.
Sit down, Benjamin.
Okay.
With the taste of bourbon,
Mrs. Robinson, you're trying to seduce me.
it'll make a man out of you.
Aren't you?
The Jim Beam Bourbon Burger, new at Carl's Jr.
What were they advertising? What was that again? Can you imagine? I suspect that their prime demographic must be male between the age of 16 and 22. I don't know. And they spent loads of money on that. Well, that's bad enough. And that comes to how we, in my opinion, how we treat women as if they are objects rather than individuals to have a conversation with. And in my opinion, what do those types of ads lead to? They lead to things like this. This is from Amazon, Amazon.com. Check this, kids. This is the most disgusting thing. This is out of Great Britain, utilizing a slogan that was popular during World War II. The slogan originally in World War II for the United Kingdom was, "Keep calm and carry on." However, what this company did, they said, "Keep calm and rape a lot." Ladies and gentlemen, not only are these just despicable ads, but also a despicable way that we are in society. Seriously, this is what sells to who? That's okay, Ryan, you can take that one off. Amazon did pull that after individuals had complained loud and mightily. Ladies and gentlemen, this isn't a political show, but it is a show about advertising and marketing. If you think either one of those are good, we got some conversations to have online and offline. The worst ads of the week. Congratulations, Carl Jr. and Amazon.com. By the way, Amazon.com did say that it was a mix-up, and they're sorry. They didn't have control. Okay. Thanks so very much for joining us. It's been a pleasure. We're back next Monday, 8:45 live with Insight on Business. Hope that you'll join us. By the way, if you're celebrating, tonight is the first night of Passover. So the first Seder takes place after dark tonight. Hag Sameach to you. May you have a kosher and wonderful Pesach. Have a great time. Be safe, be well, be careful. Most of all, be good to your fellow man. Check you next week. Bye-bye.